What is cooking today? In the wide-eyed way, I have cooked homemade roasted cashew nuts. I am Natasha Hodge. I'm here to help you get the best from your body by eating the best food. And when you eat the best food, that means leaving out stuff that's actually causing you harm. And you might say, well, Tasha, I can buy roasted and salted nuts for myself from the supermarket. Unfortunately, in the supermarket, all the nuts you buy will have been cooked in oils that do you no good. So making them at home is economical, and it's also, it makes it so that you're in charge of the ingredients. You don't just hand your health over to processed food. And just these were so simple to make, but I've used olive oil, and the olive oil is extra virgin, so it's got all its excellent polyphenols. All the things that make olive oil good for you are in extra virgin olive oil, and of course you're cooking them and you're using raw nuts and using the best ingredients. It's all about getting the best from your food. And yeah, it's a little bit more effort. So, are you worth it? Yeah, you're worth the effort. These took 15 minutes. Literally, I turned the oven on, prepared the nuts, and by preparing, I mean weighed out 350 grams of cashews, poured over 1 tablespoon of olive oil, mixed them up and chucked them in. So the oven didn't even have to heat. 15 minutes later, this is what they look like. And when I got them out, I just threw some salt over them, and then I'll be putting them into this glass jar. It's that quick. So for comparison, price-wise, if you bought 350 grams of roasted and salted cashews from Tesco's, it cost you £4. This has cost me, including the oven cost and the paper, £3.60. I know it's not a lot of saving, but it's a hell of a saving on my body because I'm not eating that rapeseed oil. And again, rapeseed is, it's got this health halo, so has sunflower oil, but they are unstable oils. They are awful for your body. They alter your DNA, they cause toxins, they cause a disgusting toxic solution for aldehyde, and it makes so much difference cutting that stuff out. You don't want that in your body. You're a walking miracle. You want long life and long health, and you don't want things going wrong. And so you need to avoid those vegetable oils. They've been deodorized and bleached. And don't forget, they push this stuff at you because it's cheap to make. That's why it's more expensive to buy olive oil, because it's better for you. And it's, a more difficult process for them to extract the oil. A note on nuts. If you're low carb, you might think, well, I can just fill my boots with nuts. But if you're trying to lose weight, you don't really want to be consuming nuts, until they go out of fashion. In the early days, when you're just converting over to going low carb, these are a good thing to have to hand when you get a craving, when you get some hunger pangs. But if you're really going overboard, you are very, very easily going to probably be eating more energy than you are going to use. And so as you go on in your low carb journey, you don't want to be snacking as such. But these are maybe something you have before your meal, or maybe you're not completely full after your main meal. You might want a few nuts afterwards. Just don't go mad. I've bought raw cashews in a big bag like that, so you can see that they were £8.99 for a kilo. So again, nuts aren't that cheap, and the best bang for your sort of nutritional buck would be to have macadamia nuts. But as macadamia nuts are super expensive, you're probably less likely to go mad with them and eat them in a massive amount. But they're really chock full of some great nutrients. But if you were going to go for shop bought, you just wanted something quick and you were on the go and you wanted a snack that wasn't, something that's going to be bad for you, you could go for something like a roasted pistachio. So they're roasted and salted. They've got nothing on them. They are literally just the nut and the salt. So they've been roasted. And the great thing about pistachios is they naturally slow down the amount you're going to eat because you're going to have to shell them. Don't buy the ones that are shelled. These kind of naturally curb the amount you're going to eat because you're going to be like, going through taking the shells off as you eat them. So again, don't go mad. Maybe, I sometimes eat about half a bag of those. And then this is a processed food, but it's a pretty good processed food if you want to, have some nuts on the weekend with your, perhaps you're serving drinks and you want a little bit of a nibble. These are a fantastic version of dry roasted peanuts. They're the only ones, they're from M&S, and they're the only ones I've found that haven't got sugar in them or dextrose or anything like that. So there's a little bit of corn flour, and I'll let that slide because there would be very, very little on each nut. But they've got a really good flavour for dry roasted peanuts. So you can buy things that are already a shortcut. You don't have to make absolutely everything from scratch. But all I'm saying is you just need to be making sure that the ingredients on the things you buy aren't ingredients that are going to do you any harm, and you're cutting out the sugar. You need go-to things when you're, maybe on the go and you need something quick and easy. And yeah, this is going to take you 15 minutes, but I'm going to put those in the jar and then they're going to be there for when I want to dip in and have some. It's really not a great hardship. And so they were just so easy to make. And they will last me a good while in that lovely jar. By the way, I bought that jar in TK Maxx for £2. Lovely glass jar, look at that. I am so hungry. I've been fasting, of course. This is when I break my fast, just after I talk to you. So if you want to know anything about nuts, and also if you want to know anything about, cooking nuts, you could use raw peanuts. I've got a bag of raw peanuts and I would literally cook them in exactly the same way. So the nuts would have extra virgin olive oil on them instead of that disgusting vegetable oil. So sunflower, rapeseed, cottonseed, soybean, peanut oil, do not have them. They are not worth giving your health up for. Okay? So I hope that helps you, and if you've got any comments, please leave them below. My name's Natasha Hodge. I want you to get the best from your body. I want you to treat yourselves to a bigger slice of life. Wring every moment out of your life. But you can only do that if your health is good and if you're feeling fantastic because you've lost all the weight that you were carrying previously. That is how you were supposed to live your life. You are born to eat fantastic food, and you can do that right now. And that's all I hope for you. You take care of yourselves, and of course I will see you next time. Take care.